Foul is on number 28 Singer. That would be his second team third. For in, winning the game for the Appleton, number 11, Carter Green.
Look at it. Look at it. Whatever he gets. Come on, bring me time.
And the game for the Warriors, number 3, Brandon Hott.
All good. Back it up. Syracuse. Line. Move. Marcus, move off that.
his first teammate. Marcus Damas at the line for the Warriors. Returning to the court for the Miami 20, Nate Ziegler. His second, team third. Again, for on the line, Jack Levin.
One, two, two.
Oh. Testing 1, 2, check, check, check. Test 1, 2, Check, check, check. Can we use both mics? If we, right, but it sounds good as long as we know the quality sounds good, and maybe we make sure his mic is all right.
I know it sounds good over there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Check, check, check. Okay, that sounds good for you. Okay. Okay. Okay, I can. Yeah, we can go if you want to put me on. And I think we've got sound now. We had a few technical difficulties. Only took us till 4:33 left in the first half to figure it out. But right now, I've not even been able to watch the game much as we're trying to deal with the sound equipment here. But Waupun setting up 24-10, and at the line now is Colin Wattoon. Misses his first free throw. Not sure even who scored what. We're going to get those scores for you at halftime. But again, thanks for joining us, watching this streaming live video, and finally getting some audio here. Colin Wattoon hits the second free throw. And puts Waupun up 25-10. Pretty dominant performance for Waupun. Here goes Drew Gunnick to the rack with it. Puts it up, puts it in. It counts. Drew Gunnick kind of taking things over a little bit now for the Laconia Spartans. Last trip down, he got him their 10th point. Now he's got 12 points and drew the foul. And that foul was on Marcus Damask. I should say that foul actually is on Jack Lenz. That is his first and Waupun's 5th team foul. 9 team fouls in the game now for Laconia. So Randy Armgard came with me, but it takes him about 10 minutes to get up here because he had his knee surgery that we're had to deal with here too over the last couple of weeks. A little over 2 weeks ago, he had the knee surgery. So we're going to see if we get Randy back up maybe at halftime or as soon as he can find an elevator ride to get up here to the second floor. So Waupun leading now 25-13, 4:09 left in the first half of play. Ball in the hands now of Reese Holman. Turns around a nice little half hook shot off the glass and in from about 5 feet up for Reese Holman. It's a nice little look for him, and I like to see that aggressiveness out of him in this ball game. Mahone with the basketball brings the ball up on top over to Keegan Grade. In the lane with it is Drew Gunnick. He's going to get fouled on his way to the basket. Right now, Drew is taking his senior leadership and just deciding he's going to take over this ball game. He draws the foul again, and he'll go to the free throw line and shoot a couple more free throws. Waupun leading 27-13 with 3:46 left in the first half of play in this non-conference basketball game. The first free throw was good for the 72% shooting Drew Gunnick. So see if we can get a few people to carry Randy up the stairs. He cannot go upstairs with his knee surgery that he had. Gunnick with the next free throw. That one rims out, no good. Reese Holman gets the rebound for Waupun, gives it up to Marcus Damask. Well, Waupun's size, a little bit of an issue from what I did see of the ball game here in this first half. Waupun, the bigs maybe a little bit stronger than the big guys for Laconia, but a very strong guard crew with Drew Gunnick along with Grade out there. Grade, so a solid guard for them, and of course Jalen Mahone, 17.5 points a game for him. Here's Reese Holman in the lane, a little hesitation, puts it up and in, and again another good manly move there from about 3 feet in front of the basket by Reese Holman. Puts Waupun back up by 15, 29-14. Keegan Grade with the basketball, kicks it over to Mahone on the left side. He's guarded by Marcus Damask. Mahone in the lane by the free throw line and gets it over to Gunnick, saves it just before it goes out of bounds. Great crowd here to watch the ball game. Keegan Grade with it, and the ball taken away by Waupun's Colin Wattoon. Is going to go up to the rack with it on the right side, gets fouled, but a nice job, quick hands there by Colin Wattoon. Knocking the ball out of the hands of Grade and taking it to the rack, gets fouled, and he'll be shooting 2 free throws. His last trip to the line, 1 for 2 from the line. Like I said, as we were trying to work on the sound equipment, we're going to have to go down at halftime to get all the scoring in that first half. Wattoon makes his first free throw. Colin, one of those just hard-nosed players out there for the Waupun Warriors. There's a lot of stuff defensively, a lot of the dirty work out there, but it's good to see him contribute offensively, too. Really could use that with Waupun just kind of using two scorers mainly, Owen Tooney and Marcus Damask mostly over these last few weeks. A little bit of Reese Holman and also Trevor Van de Zan. Grotti with the basketball now for the Spartans. Back to Mahone near half court, guarded by Marcus Damask. Here goes Mahone, kicks it out to the right side, shot by Carter Grieve. He puts it in from 15 feet out from the right side. Now, again, a 15-point lead. Waupun leading 31-16 with 2:18 left in the first half of play. I'll get Randy up here again for the halftime, maybe second half. I got to see if he can get some stats for me. I hope you're enjoying this video streaming live, both video and audio here on RadioPlusInfo.com. Got the camera crew here to bring you the game. George Bauman doing the on the FM 103.3 doing the Plymouth hosting Waupun girls basketball game. George is over doing that game. Ball knocked loose and chased down by Jack Lenz. Colin Wattoon with it now, top of the key, dribbling off to his right, down in the corner with it. He is Marcus Damask, goes in strong, and he's going to get fouled on his way to the basket. And Marcus just a load. Coney maybe doesn't have the bigs, is some of the scouting report I got on them. They've got definitely got the guard play very strong with the Gunnings, with Grotti and Mahone in there, but a little weak with the big guys. And Waupun's got some length with Holman along with Marcus Damask and Owen Tooney in the Waupun's lineup. And from what I see so far in the ball game, giving them a little trouble down low. Tooney checks back in the ball game. Jaden Killeen sits down now for the Warriors. Another shot for Marcus Damask, and puts that one in. He gets them both. I got him down for 2 points, but we scored a lot more than that because I missed most of this first half trying to get our sound situation all figured out here. Grotti with the basketball, gets it into Drew Gunnick, brings it out near top of the key with it. Back over to Grotti. Here goes Mahone again, working against Marcus Damask. Spins around to his left, and Marcus just kind of reaches over and blocks the shot, and on the floor with it as Tooney gets the ball over to Marcus Damask, and he'll bring it up now for Waupun. Just again, the size inside too much for Laconia here in this first half. Colin Wattoon with it, right elbow, gets it out to Damask. He'll launch up a three, a little bit wide left on that one, and chased down by Mahone, bringing it up now. And what a job. What an amazing job there by Colin Wattoon, reaching in at Mahone, slaps the ball away, does that cleanly, but Reese Holman goes over and he chases the ball down, but didn't establish himself back in bounds, I guess, and you're going to say that is Laconia basketball. If you want to listen to, to hook that into your stuff, you can hear what's. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, so basketball down on the other end for Laconia. They're back within 15 with 47 seconds left in the first half of play. Marcus will literally walk it over half court now for the Waupun Warriors. Down to 37 seconds left, 35. See if Waupun goes for a last-second shot with that 15-point lead, leading 33-18. Pretty dominant performance by the Warriors here. Laconia undefeated on the season. Waupun coming off two disappointing losses. Here goes Tooney from the right corner. Off the rim, no good. And then Holman is going to get called for reaching over to knock the ball out to his teammates, but gets called a little foul on the wrist on that, trying to clear it out. And the ball going down to Laconia's side. So it's now 33-18. That is the 7th foul on Waupun. And going to the line to shoot the bonus for the Spartans is Carter Grieve. Shoots the front end of a bonus right now for Waupun. That is Reese Holman's second foul. Checking in the game now for Waupun is Brendan Mock. And again, Carter Grieve, a 50% free throw shooter at the line for the Spartans. Free throw is up, back of the rim, no good. Rebound attempt by Holman, and just before it goes out of bounds, nice job by Marcus Damask to save the ball. And Waupun probably for sure looking for a last-second shot. Now we're down to 10 seconds left. Trevor Van de Zan just gets past half court to set things up now for the Warriors. Mock pass on the right side, back down to Trevor Van de Zan. Launches up a three-point shot, and that is good for Trevor Van de Zan. And Waupun will go into the locker room with a commanding 18-point lead, leading 36-18 on your Marquezan State Bank scoreboard. And we're going to take a little break, and I'm going to go down and get some scores and figure out what exactly happened in the first half. But you were watching and listening to Waupun Warrior and Laconia Spartan basketball on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Stop. With that box, you'll be the first to win PlayStation VR. Player 1. Soon, it spreads like wildfire. Humanity becomes so plugged in, we never see them coming. That's why I was sent back to stop you.
Oh, hey, I won.
Right.
The future of gaming starts at Taco Bell. Grab any $5 box and you could be one of the first to win PlayStation VR.
Hi, my name is Ashley Beyer, and I am a licensed athletic trainer with Ignesian Healthcare Sport and Spine, here to bring you the tip of the game. Make sure that you sit with proper posture at your desk. Start with your feet flat on the floor, knees and hips at a 90-degree angle, and then make sure your shoulders are up and back.
To feel good about your smile and your dentist, visit Saurower Dental. They are dedicated to personalized dental care. So for your family dental needs, visit Dr. Todd Saurower at 845 South Main Street in Fond du Lac.
At Summit Automotive, we treat you like family.
We're right here off Highway 41 in Fond du Lac.
And we have one of the largest selections of vehicles.
That's right, over 400 to choose from.
At Summit Automotive.
New Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams.
And one of the largest used car and truck selections.
That means you can drive one home today.
We'll give you our best deals.
Our best service.
Our best value.
You have our word on it.
Hablamos español.
Come see us. We'll go
the extra mile for you.
At Summit Automotive, Fond du Lac.
So you're ready for a new TV. Nice. Are you thinking LED Smart TV, Ultra HD 4K OLED Plasma Curved Screen 3D Energy Star Ultra Thin 240 Hz or Cloud? Should you choose a big screen, a bigger screen, or just plain huge? Well, at Silica, we make it easy. Save big on the amazing clarity of Ultra HD. Plus, pay no interest when paid in full within 12 months. So go bigger and better the easy way at Silica for your home. We speak TV.
Stop. With that box, you'll be the first to win PlayStation VR. Player 1. Soon, it spreads like wildfire. Humanity becomes so plugged in, we never see them coming. That's why I was sent back to stop you.
Oh, hey, I won.
Right.
The future of gaming starts at Taco Bell. Grab any $5 box and you could be one of the first to win PlayStation VR.
At Summit Automotive, we treat you like family.
We're right here off Highway 41 in Fond du Lac.
And we have one of the largest selections of vehicles.
That's right, over 400 to choose from.
At Summit Automotive.
New Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams.
And one of the largest used car and truck selections.
That means you can drive one home today.
We'll give you our best deals.
Our best service.
Our best value.
You have our word on it.
Hablamos español.
Come see us. We'll go
The extra mile for you.
At Summit Automotive, Fond du Lac.
Back to Waupun Area Junior Senior High School. Again, Steve Witterhack with you. I think they're going to be lifting Randy Armgup and trying to get him back in here with us to do the second half of play. Halftime score is Waupun leading Laconia 36-18. Let's take a look at scoring in the first half. First of all, for the Waupun Warriors, they were led by Marcus DeMass, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, one three ball for 10 points in the first half. 8 points for Trevor Vandezan, 5 points apiece for Jack Lenz and for Owen Tooney. 4 points for Reese Holman and 3 points apiece for Brendan Mock and for Colin Wattoon. For Laconia, the guy that was kind of silent for most of that first half and kind of got the team at least some more points on the board. Drew Gunnick comes in with 8 points at halftime, but I saw most of those in the last maybe 4 or 5 minutes of the first half. But he was 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Jalen Mahone, who averages 17.5 points a game, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 6 points total in the first half. Carter Grieve with 2 points, and Nate Zickert with 2 points also for the Laconia Spartans. Great crowd here tonight. Tonight's game on RadioPlusInfo.com is brought to you by PT Tire and Service of Brandon. Call 346 Tire. That's 346 Tire. Pam and Tony will take care of the rest. PT Tire and Service wishes both teams best of luck in their game today. And also brought to you tonight by, in part by Redeker Dairy of Brandon, your De Laval and Germania dealer just outside of Brandon. And a special thanks to Holman Auto Sales for sponsoring this game tonight. Holman Ford in Ripon, Holman GM on Gateway Drive and GMC, and then Holman Chrysler on West Main in Waupun. Get your year started right with a new vehicle at Holman Auto Sales. And you with me now, Randy? We're
back on board. What an eventful night for us here, trying to get everything figured out. But kind of an entertaining basketball game.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, we didn't see most of the first half, at least. I mean, I know I didn't, and so maybe I'll kind of scoot in around here, and I'll let you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little. What I take away here, surprisingly, Laconia with only 18 points here in the first half. A team that's putting up quite a few points, and obviously undefeated on the season. You know, you expected a little bigger outburst from them offensively. Not really sure exactly what happened to them here, and they actually really were in a slump for about the first 15 minutes of that half, not able to do much scoring. But
well, I saw about 6 of the points by their main scorer, Drew Gunnick, who averages almost 19 points a game, and he really did not score until about the last 4 or 5 minutes of that first half when he really became involved, forced the issue, took the ball in hard, drew a couple fouls, got an and one in there. So it looks like he just decided kind of as the senior out there and leading scorer to kind of take things in his own hands and force the ball in there, and that's what at least kept him just 18 points. A nice job by Waupun. A lot of guys involved in the scoring. I saw some nice baskets by Trevor Vandezan.
Yes.
And I thought maybe a little absent the last couple of games in those losses against Beaver Dam and also against Ripon in that last game. But I saw him take a nice one to the rack and went up and got fouled, finished the shot, and it's good to see some penetration out of your point guard like that. Nice job by Trevor Vandezan. And Reese Holman also with some nice little shots right in front of the basket, made a couple little half hooks and really put it up hard, and need more of that out of him too as the season progresses.
Yeah, I think the message might have been this week that you can't just count on Marcus and Owen to do all of the scoring. You need people to step up and actually hunt their shot, look for their offense, and become more aggressive offensively. And I think we saw that tonight. It just, even if guys weren't scoring, you could tell they were definitely looking to score early. Nice take there by Marcus Damas. Good power move, sliding to the rim there. Being fouled.
12 points in the game for him. And yeah, big, strong guy. And he's going to have a heyday out here, just being his size, which I think Laconia, that's one of their weaknesses, has trouble matching up with the bigs inside. Then you got a guy that's got his capability and his mobility out there. And Marcus, so he's a tough load for the Laconia Spartans to handle. And he misses the free throw, sitting at 12 points on the night. Waupun leading 38-18. Jalen Mahone with the basketball almost gets it taken away, gets it right back in his hands, and the Spartans back with the basketball. Gunning gets the ball into the hands of Mahone. Trying to maybe post down low into Reed Gunning, younger brother of Drew. Mahone, a pretty slick little player inside, but he's having trouble with the much taller Waupun players, and nice job. Mahone did not want any help getting up because he was offered that courtesy from Marcus Damas.
Kind of staring down the official there, thinking he might have been fouled, but really kind of dribbled himself into a jam there, just right into jail, and 3 defenders for the Warriors just collapsing on him and nowhere to go.
So Mahone getting the ball over to Grotti. And trying to go, looks like Reese Holmes is going to pick up a foul as Reed Gunnick, the freshman, comes along that baseline. And one thing I heard I was not supposed to discuss with the boys themselves, we can discuss it on the air, is the freshman Reed, maybe about an inch and a half taller than his brother Drew. kind of grew into the Gunnick side, the height for the Gunnick side. And a nice job by his brother Drew, who plays a lot bigger than he is out there. 6'1" player, but little hesitation, got everybody up, and then went up strong with and finishes. He's now got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, from everything I've heard, the potential on Reed is really high. They're really pleased with that.
And Waupun getting a few opportunities, and then we've got a little goaltending maybe up in the net with Mahone going up after the ball and kind of sticking his neck up there, so they're going to say a goaltending.
Yeah, there was definitely contact with the net there. Coach King questioning whether the ball was above the cylinder at the time, and it was probably close. So
was it on? Does Reese get the points for that when there's a goaltending on his shot, or was it on Owen's shot?
I think I would say it went on Owen Tooney's putback attempt.
Okay, we'll give Owen that 2 points.
Sure, to be
He's got 7 points now in the ball game.
Glad you're keeping track, because I closed up my
down
book.
There.
You went down.
I went down and I got it from Steve Lenz. Gave me the official score down there. He had heard through some contacts that we had not got on with our audio yet in the ball game. Missed shot inside by Nate Zickert, and Reese Holman goes up and gets the rebound for Waupun. So the Warriors now doubling up the score again of Laconia. Jack Lenz puts up a 3. Nice rotation, but that off the front of the rim and no good. Looks like Marcus Damas maybe picking up a foul on the rebound attempt.
Yeah, those are kind of fouls as a coach you don't mind at all there. Marcus just going aggressively after the offensive rebound, and that's a hustle foul. It's not a mistake type of foul where you're just going and fouling somebody in the backcourt. That's just a good energy foul there, good hard play.
So again, Drew Gunnick with the ball, spins back over to his left. Ball is loose. Marcus Damas comes up with it. Waupun with the ball, leading 40-20. Here goes Tooney, kicks it out right side over to Van de Zandt, puts up a 3-point shot. That one is no good. Long rebound being chased down by numerous players from both teams, and we've got the ball in the hands of Keegan Grotti, and calls an adamant timeout. Gets the timeout from the officials.
Lots of energy right there by both teams getting on the floor. A lot of skin squealing as they dive in for that loose ball. And even though the score is 40-20, both teams playing extremely hard right now.
As we would have probably talked about the pregame, there is definitely a great rivalry between these two towns. There's so much relation and friends all intertwined. Both communities know each other very well, and they're really both a couple of big basketball towns. So you knew, especially with being undefeated, Laconia, they're going to bring a lot of people over. Their girls are playing tonight. They're undefeated and ranked 2nd in the state, playing over at Mayville tonight. So people had to make that decision, but it looks like quite a few of the Laconia people here over in their cheering section here for this quality game. You get a chance to play the defending state champs. It's a pretty big deal for your undefeated team.
Yeah, I think a little surprised by the outcome. I'm surprised a bit. I definitely thought Laconia would bring more early than what they have so far, and Not sure if Waupun has just made that much of an improvement in the last few days, and maybe energy, maybe the couple of losses there to Beaver Dam and Ripon really woke them up that you have to work a lot harder. We're not that skilled and not that good as we maybe thought we were. So,
yeah, Waupun slid out of the top 10 of the rankings, now number 11. They were up to, they were number 9 in the last poll before that.
Well, that'll help you tonight, even if beating a team that's 11-0, and if they would continue to this kind of margin, it'll really make it look good for the Warriors.
Cooney gets the rebound after that Zickert 15-foot shot from the left side. And going down the other way, rewarded for hustling the run of the court. He is Colin Watun now with 5 points in the ball game.
Great find there by Van Azan, Trevor Van Azan, with that diagonal cross-court pass through traffic right on the money to Colin Watun.
Konya with the ball, putting it up and getting fouled. That is about a 10-foot shot from the right side. It was Reed Gunnick, the freshman. Yeah, Laconia, like I said, just the same situation that's going on over in Beaver Dam. The boys and girls are undefeated over there. And same thing for Laconia. The girls just moved up to number 2, and now number 3 in the state in Division 4 is Laconia. Undefeated, but having their troubles with Waupun. Reed Gunnick misses his first free throw, looking for his first points of the ball game. As a freshman, not much of a guy looking for his points yet. I think we'll see a lot more of him the next few years, but just trying to figure out his role as a freshman and starter on the team. Makes his second free throw for his first point of the ball game. Waupun's got some great youth. A lot of guys coming back. Almost all your key scorers for the team are all coming back next year for Waupun. And Tooney down in the corner with it. Kind of working the perimeter right now. Marcus Damas dribbling along the right side, guarded by Drew Gunnick. Has it by the free throw line. Little pass inside into Tooney getting double teamed, and then a reach-in foul probably on Jalen Mahone. Yeah, we've seen these guys over the last few years with Drew Gunnick and Mahone out there, and a couple nice players, and he look a little bit older this year, a little more filled out, a little more manly than what we've seen. And Mahone's still just a junior.
Yeah, Mahone especially. I saw him when he was going through warm-ups. I said, boy, he's gotten a lot bigger physically.
Here's a three-point shot from Owen Tooney, and gets that one to fall. Owen now with 5 points in the half and 10 points in the ball game. Waupun now leading by 24, 45-21. Rough outing here so far for Laconia. Mahone will launch him from way behind the arc, and that one is no good. Trevor Van de Zand comes up with a rebound for Waupun. Van de Zand by the free throw line with it, and ends up traveling as he gets it in the lane. Tonight's game on RadioPlusInfo.com is brought to you in part by PT Tire and Service of Brandon. Call 346-TIRE. That's 346-TIRE. Pam and Tony will take care of the rest. At PT Tire and Service, they wish both teams best of luck in their game today. Even the businesses are kind of being neutral because they're getting some business from both towns, so you gotta give some love both ways.
Yeah, you and I, we're kind of fans of both of these teams as well. At one time of year when they play each other, you feel like you need to make a choice, but otherwise we like to watch both of them play.
Drew Gunnick elevates over the top of Trevor Van de Zand. A little fade away from the right side, about 8 feet out, and gets that one to go. He's now got 12 points in the game. Oh, and Tooney gives up his dribble down in that left corner and gives it up to Reese Holman. Yeah, great crowd here to come watch the ball game here tonight. The girls I know are playing over in Plymouth, and I think they were trailing in halftime in their game against Plymouth, who I believe is ranked number 9, 8 or 9 in the state. They moved up in the top 10 rankings, and Waupun sitting at about number 10, I think, in Division 3.
Waupun doing a nice job being patient here with a big lead, trying to run some clock and then get a really good quality shot.
What a nice dish in by the big guy, Owen Tooney, finding his teammate going all the way to the rack with Brendan Mock with a basket. Nice cut by Mock and a good recognition there by Owen Tooney to get the assist. Waupun leading 47-25 as that basket is counted, and a foul on Waupun as Keegan Grotti gets his first points of the ball game. He'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
Yeah, another guy, hard to believe here, sitting at the 13-minute mark, and Grotti scoring his first points of the game. Another pretty proficient scorer for Laconia that's just been basically shut out tonight.
And it falls on Waupun's Brendan Mock. That is his second, Waupun's fourth here in the second half. Makes the free throw. Does Keegan. Reed Gunnick checks in the game, and Grotti will sit down. Yeah, 13:03 left in the ball game, and Waupun leading 47-26 over Laconia. A little shell-shocked here at Waupun High School. And Waupun, like we said, needing a victory after a couple disappointing losses to Beaver Dam and then losing to their conference rival with the Ripon Tigers in pretty big fashion in both of those games that they lost. So
yeah, and two good teams though as well.
Yeah, both
Ripon,
teams that
really,
don't have a loss.
Really, two teams that are really loaded. Yeah,
this is their third undefeated team in a row that they're playing.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That the schedule worked out that way. But
and we're over halfway through the season. You still got undefeated teams, so that shows you the quality of teams that Waupun has in their schedule. Goes on Tooney from the left corner. Three-point shot is good for Tooney. Now with 13 points, or 16 points in the ball game.
Again, you got to credit Holman a bit there with being aggressive offensively, creating that help defense and then making the shot open for Tooney.
Spartans really having trouble finding it. Here goes Tooney throwing it all the way down the court, getting it into Holman and puts it up. Ran the court, got rewarded, and Tooney sees the entire court throwing it from end to end for that assist. And Waupun with a steal and has the basketball again with a 52-26 lead again, doubling up the score of the Spartans.
Trevor Van Zandt, great anticipation there, jumping that passing lane on the long pass down court.
Drew Gunnick with it, dribbles off to his right. Mahone has it by the free throw line from the left elbow. Gets the ball blocked by Colin Wattoon. Very active. A lot of good stuff from Colin Wattoon in this ball game so far. Trevor Van Zandt along that right side, and he's going to get called maybe for pushing off. Yeah, that's what they're going to say, pushing off by the official by half court. So Trevor will get called for a foul on that one. Not agreeing with the official. Can't see the reaction of his dad that was about 15 feet from him. I was going to see what he thought about
Stone-faced.
it. Staying stoic over there.
Yeah, Daryl. Yeah, just play better next time, kid.
That is foul number 3, though, on Trevor Van Zandt. Mahone with it by top of the key, dribbling off to his left, guarded by Marcus Damask. Waupun very aggressive, trying to get their hands in the passing lanes and doing a great job here against Laconia. They kind of backed away a little bit as Gunnick comes in hard, and he's getting a little chippy out there. And after they make the basket, a little elbow here, a little kind of accidentally on purpose running into people as you're heading down the other side of the court. I remember the game when our boys played with Austin and Derek. That was one of the more physical games I think I've ever seen, and the officials even said they're going to let it go, and they did. You were coaching at that time.
Yes, yeah. Coach King's teams are always tough kids. They play extremely hard. They play fair, but I mean they're not going to back down from anybody, and that's just kind of a little bit of a reflection of him too. I think in his grittiness and his kind of personality that he really brings his kids tough, and they defend like crazy, and they're going to get into your legs and they're going to be physical with you, and that's his style, and that's what's made them winners for so many seasons.
Marcus Damask gets fouled by Drew Gunnick, picking up his third foul, and Marcus makes his first free throw. He's now got 13 points in the ball game. Mahone's going to sit down, and coming back in for him is Keegan Grotti.
Fairly subdued bench here for Laconia right now as I look down at the coaching staff and the players. I think maybe a little shocked at upon getting out to this big of a lead in this game.
I would have guessed it was going to be a very close ball game, really, from what I've seen and we've seen in the past with some of these young men from Laconia. So a little surprised to see that it's this decisive so far. Got a three-point shot. He is good from the left side. That one is in by Carter Grieve, his fifth point of the ball game. Waupun still, though, leading by 23 points. 10.5 minutes and counting down in the game. Let's see if Laconia can make a little run. Just keep on chipping away. Can't trade baskets, but keep chipping away here in this ball game. Jack Lenz with it, passes left side over to Marcus Damask. And here goes Brendan Mock with a three-point shot, and you can tell he knows when the shooters know when it's going to go in. You kind of hold that pose just a little bit longer, and that was nothing but net. Waupun back up by 26, 57-31. And almost blocked from behind, but a good job going strong right to the rack, bringing it right to the hole is Drew Gunnick. 8 points in the half, 16 in the ball game.
Yeah, that's just being really aggressive offensively, really nowhere to go, but he just forced his way in there and then created a shot for himself.
There's a 15-footer on the right side. Back to the rim, no good from Marcus Damask. Getting the rebound was Carter Grieve. Laconia now with the ball. And back in the hands of Drew Gunnick. Luke Borgert, 6'1 senior, had it. Kicks it back out on top over to Grotti. And back over to Reed Gunnick in the lane. And good job by Waupun, cutting off any penetration close to the basket. It's the one guy, Drew Gunnick's the guy making it happen out there, getting that penetration. Mahone having a little trouble getting in there without getting the ball blocked. Goes Gunnick a little up and under, but a nice feed into his brother Reed. So Drew to Reed Gunnick. Showing a little brotherly love on that one and getting Reed a couple more points. Waupun still with that 22-point lead.
Real quality find there in heavy traffic. That's not always easy, but knowing when he got doubled that there was going to be a man open, that being his brother. Excellent find.
So the Warriors with the basketball. And a little tie-up away from the basketball, and that could be the fourth foul possibly if they're going to call this one on Gunnick. Thought he just picked up his third just a moment ago.
Yeah, that is going on. Drew Gunnick trying to defend the post and giving up about 3-4 inches to Marcus DeMast. Not an easy job. Marcus, very skilled with his footwork and using his lower body to create space down there. Gunnick working extremely hard to try and keep the ball away from him.
Keep the Gunnick in the ball game, and they go right at him. Holman goes right at him and puts a shot up. He had to back off on that one, and Holman with a nice look inside on a good pass. Now with 8 points in the ball game, Mahone back in the ball game and trying to get over to Drew Gunnick on the other side of the basket. Gets the ball knocked away and ball loose underneath the basket. Who's going to come up with it? And it is Reed Gunnick, but good job by Reese Holman to step into the ball, trying to pass it over to Mahone on the other side of the basket, but Holman with that good little cut in front of the intended receiver, and Waupun with the ball. 59-35 in your Marquezan State Bank scoreboard. Again, you're watching Waupun and Laconia basketball on RadioPlusInfo.com, streaming live. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Owen Tooney with it along the left side, being guarded by Carter Grieve. And he gives up his dribble, gets it over to Trevor Van de Zan. He'll bring it out on top to set things up for Waupun. Can just look for a good shot right now, this trip down the court.
Yeah, Waupun, they can run as much time as they want. Certainly no urgency in hunting a shot.
Yeah, Waupun's got a nice little, also a little string of some good games that they've got that little revenge factor. He goes Marcus DeBass, comes up short on his three-point shot. Mahone with the rebound gets it over to Drew Gunnick coming in strong on the left side. And it's going to be an offensive foul called on Drew Gunnick, and his night is over. And I'm sure Tom King's going to argue that maybe he wasn't there until Gunnick was up in the air and kind of slid underneath him, but he's offensive foul called on Drew, and he has just picked up his fifth foul.
Yeah, took a chance there. I guess there's really no other options to keep him in the game at that 8-minute mark when he picked up his fourth, but situation where Drew, maybe you got to think about not going at that so hard there. The possibility, Waupun's looking to probably foul him out of the game. They're going to try and slide in there. Very close call, but yeah, you maybe need to back that one out there or pull up on the jump shot.
So Drew is done with his 16 points. And Tom, I look at Tom, and Tom's just one of the nicest guys you're ever going to meet. Does a great job for the program over there, but he just doesn't have that imposing, that fiery get in your face. I haven't seen much of that out of him, and trying to get his point across to the officials. But of course, once it's called, that's all. Oh, what a beautiful look by Reese Holman, and a good position there by Owen Tooney to get that ball, get the defender on his hip, goes up with the left hand and finishes underneath the basket. Nice looks, and Reed Gunnick gets another basket. So they'll take over the scoring for you, brother, and puts it up for his fifth point here in the ballgame, all in the second half.
Very nice power move there by just a freshman, using that sliding down that baseline, sat down nice, was patient, and then powered the ball up into the rim. Excellent job.
Jack Lenz with the top of the key. Owen Tooney going along that right side. Gets cut off. And back over to Jack Lenz. Tough little shot about 7 feet in front of the rim. That one comes off the front of the rim, and Mahone gets the rebound. Laconia going the other way with it, trailing Waupun now 61-37. Nice little spin move. Nice look there by Keegan Grotti. Very athletic, hanging in the air for that spin. And finishes from 7 feet out straight away. He's got 5 points in the game. So Warriors with the basketball, leading 61-39 on your Marquezan State Bank scoreboard. We got that Campbellsport game coming up on Thursday right here in this gym. And Waupun losing unexpectedly early in the season to the Cougars. picked up that early loss. Didn't expect really to see that over there. As Waupun has, mostly kind of owned that rivalry between those two teams, but they got a much more improved team, maybe a complete team that I've seen ever in the past with the Cougars.
Yeah, well, the night you and I did that game in Campbellsport, I mean, they shot the ball extremely well. They had 12 three-pointers in that game. I was just looking back at it today, and if they shoot the ball, it wasn't a fluke either. I think they're very capable of that, and if they shoot the ball that well, they're going to compete with anybody in the area.
Campbellsport and Waupun are also both tied in conference at 4-2. Wattoon gets the ball knocked out of his hands, and Laconia comes up with it. And a blocking foul called on Trevor Van de Zan. And an aggressive move to the basket by Reed Gunnick. I'm sure a few people asking for that little clear out that Waupun got called about 3-4 minutes ago on a drive toward the basket. The officials are talking about it right now, but
yeah, no way you can change that call. I don't know what the discussion is about, but
officials, a double
no, he's
foul.
He's going to call it a double.
I don't know
so
if that's how you cover up
the
wrong call. Maybe I'm not sure if that's the right way to handle that.
Again, I know that the WIA is going to it. I know it's going to be. You just have to accept it. I'm still not a huge fan of the three-man crew. I just, in a regular high school, I mean, it is really, really difficult to find, high-level officials. And I'm not knocking any officials, and now you're adding a third. You need 33% more quality officials, and I just don't know if they're there. The pool of to draw from is not there. And
it's got to be a different setup when you're doing a two-man compared to a three. Now, people get confused, probably watching the same areas, some areas not getting watched.
You do get over coverage, and I've said it. They're human. It's human nature. They're people, and people have worked two-man crews forever. They might be the kind of guys that call.
Okay. We're kind of getting strangled by the equipment here right now.
More technical difficulty. Almost got choked there by
I don't have
equipment
much,
going down.
I think I lost a little cord in this situation. Let's see if we can get it over here toward me.
But, to get back to that thought, just...
The network guys don't have to put up with this stuff. Yeah, nice little move in the lane and getting the ball to fall is Carter Grieve. He's now got 7 points in the ball game. You can finish your point, Randy.
Well, I'm just saying, I think officials, their flow in their normal game, and they might call, 15, 18 fouls. Now you add 3 guys instead of 2. Well, if one of the guys has only made 3 calls, sometimes they feel like they're not involved in the game, and they get a little more zealous calling fouls, and all of a sudden you have 3 officials that are calling 15.
It almost becomes a competition.
It does sometimes, and it really does, and it just seems to be more discussion between officials and not agreeing with each other. And, I think on the big college courts and the 94-foot courts, there's just more room for 3 officials too. And when you're playing on the high school courts, it's a little tight. You really do get, over coverage. And I know it is what it is, and it's going to be the wave of the future, but I'm just not a big fan of it. I never have been. I'll take a good 2-man crew any night. And, guys that have worked together a long time, I think it just usually works out better.
Marcus makes his first free throw, and the officials have called 10 fouls on the Gunnick family here tonight, so they're both sitting the bench. That was Reed's 5th foul, so he's fouled out of the ball game. Both the Gunnicks are done. First free throw good, second one on the way, and Marcus makes both of them.
It makes for good discussion at coffee after the game tonight on how the game was called, from the Laconia standpoint.
A little too strong on the three-pointer by Luke Borgert, and Owen Tooney gets the rebound. Yeah, we used to work with their grandma, Brenda Marshall.
Yeah.
Brenda Garrett was our receptionist, and we made her famous with Brenda's movie review, if anybody remembers that we used to have once a week, and even had it sponsored by Jan's Optical, I believe. But see Brenda in the crowd with her husband, Denny, watching the ball game. Always have a good time talking to her. Definitely a big sports fan with a very athletic family that she has with the Gunnick family. Now Waupun gets the ball inbounds, leading by 22 now, 63-41, down to 4:10 left. Here goes Tooney, and he finds Mattoon underneath the basket, but kind of was coming down. A little mistimed jump on that one. Here goes Grotti to the rim, and that one rims out no good. And Tooney gets the rebound for Waupun. Under 4 to play in the game. That one knocked away, but somehow Waupun comes up with it. Trevor Van de Zandt has it. Back out to Tooney. Dribbles by the free throw line, kicks it left out to Jack Lenz. Just inside three-point range. That one misses badly by Marcus. The Mass not even close to giving that a chance to go in. And they're going to say the basket. Now they're going to call that a wow. Tom King is not going to be happy with that one, nor are the many people from Laconia that came to watch the ball game. They say another clear out by Mitch Huff. Might be a little bit of a makeup call, even though you already kind of made it up, making it a dual.
Probably a lot less of a forearm there than the one that was called. Was called as a block earlier and then changed. But yeah, again, indecision here, getting as much of a disgruntled crowd as anything.
A lot of the fans probably think we should have went to Mayville and watched the
watch the girls play.
Watch the girls play. Who are also undefeated. Amazing year though for the program. But Laconia doesn't back down from anybody and really loaded up some strong competition. They've got Ripon coming up as they're undefeated, coming up on a Saturday. Their conference rival WLA coming up on Thursday. And I think they play Sheboygan Falls, another strong team, coming up next week Tuesday. Marcus throws the ball away. And Laconia has it again. They trail by 22 with under 3 to play, 63-41 in favor of Waupun. Here goes again. Mattoon with the quick hands and gets the steal. Seen him do that numerous times in the game. Tonight's game on RadioPlusInfo.com is brought to you in part by Redeker Dairy of Brandon, your DeLaval and Germania dealer just outside of Brandon.
And Coach King really getting after his team right now, encouraging them, trying to make them finish this game hard, to be the quality team that they are. You want to definitely, end this thing strong.
Some of these backup guys, they're making it happen out there. We still got some of our starters in, and they're getting some steals. Waupun real sloppy on offense the last couple of minutes. And we got a timeout taken by Coach Tom King. And we're going to be back in 1 minute with more boys basketball action on RadioPlusInfo.com.
At Summit Automotive, we treat you like family.
We're right here off Highway 41 in Fond du Lac.
And we have one of the largest selections of vehicles.
That's right, over 400 to choose from.
At Summit Automotive.
New Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams.
And one of the largest used car and truck selections.
That means you can drive one home today.
We'll give you our best deals.
Our best service.
Our best value.
You have our word on it.
Hablamos español.
Come see us. We'll go
the extra mile for you.
At Summit Automotive, Fond du Lac.
At Summit Automotive, we treat you like family.
We're right here off Highway 41 in Fond du Lac.
And we have one of the largest selections of vehicles.
That's right, over 400 to choose from.
At Summit Automotive.
New Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams.
And one of the largest used car and truck selections.
That means you can drive one home today.
We'll give you our best deals.
Our best service.
Our best value.
You have our word on it.
Hablamos español.
Come see us. We'll go
the extra mile for you.
At Summit Automotive, Fond du Lac.
And Steve Witterhack along with the ever healing every day Randy Armgood. Good to have you back in the broadcast booth with me again, Randy. And how's that knee coming?
It's coming along pretty well. The doctor is happy with it. So yeah, if anybody didn't know, I had knee surgery 15 days ago. So I feel like I'm a normal person again. I got out today for one of the, well, I've been getting out, but able to drive. They gave me the okay to drive now and stuff. I can actually feel like a 16-year-old kid with I got my license back, so pretty happy. But yeah, going back to this thing, Steve, are you surprised that it's this big of a?
I really am. I really expected a very close game. I thought maybe Waupun had the edge and really needed to get back in a groove. They've been
this one's been decided early. I think Waupun really just dominated this game from the get-go, and one of those games. Coaches don't like to say it, but I think this might be a learning game for Laconia where, again, 11-0, hadn't competed against real good teams every night.
Yeah, that's a nice little shot over the left side by Jaden Killeen to get in the scorer's book.
Yeah, confidence builder right there by the young man. Good-looking shot.
But what does this do for Laconia? You play Waupun in your 4-game run that you have against quality teams. You got your conference rival WLA on Thursday, and you got undefeated Ripon Tigers who beat Waupun by 20 points or whatever it was over in Ripon on Friday night, a game I'd like to forget.
Well, I think Laconia is going to have trouble against Ripon just because of the size of Vanderplas, and that's a quality team, and that's going to be a real tough matchup. But maybe they gain from this. Maybe you go home tonight and you look in the mirror and say, boy, we got to play harder and we have to play better if we're going to compete against the really good teams, and I think they will.
Yeah, like I said, there's a pretty nice tradition over here, and Tom King, a very good gets stealing the ball on the left side and going up is Drew Bailing on the finish. Not just a great third baseman on the baseball team, but also a nice steal there and showing some speed and putting it up with the left hand and in for Waupun to get his first points of the ball game. Jack Stammen, they're trying to get over to him by the sideline. It's off his hands and out of bounds. We're down to 1:06 left in the game. Waupun leading 67-42, and hopefully this gets Waupun back in that little groove again. And, well, they got to get back in it because they got a game that really means something, a game against Campbellsport coming up. Three-point attempt is no good, and Colleen goes in for the rebound. We've got a tie-up and possession arrow pointing towards Waupun.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that one on Thursday. I think, Waupun is going to definitely be ready for them. Campbellsport's not going to surprise anybody this time around. People realize that they're a quality team, but, again, I think if Campbellsport shoots the ball well, they're going to match up with anybody, give anybody trouble, and probably easier to shoot in their home gym than it is here in Waupun's gym.
Waupun is running the clock out now with 40 seconds left to play and counting down, leading 67-42. Yeah, they were just shooting lights out. There was just one of those games where, almost like that game I saw last night with Oshkosh Lords Academy. 21 threes in that ball game by the number 2 ranked Oshkosh Lords Academy girls, the Lady Knights, taking on CWC. And Charlie Moeller, the head coach, just looked at me and goes, what do you do? Everybody said, can't do anything when they're making them like that. Katie Van Soik is a Drake recruit, and she threw in 9 threes in that ball game. Pretty impressive display. So that is it. Waupun comes away with a 67-42 victory over the Laconia Spartans, giving Laconia the first one in the loss column on the season. Waupun goes to 9-4 on the season, still 4-2 in conference play, but their big game coming up on Thursday. So maybe we'll just do you have anything you want to talk about, Randy? I'll quick get these scores these scores figured out here, the totals, and we'll.
Well, again, I think you take away from this game, some positives for both teams. I think Waupun, you're back in that win column. You had a good win against an undefeated team, getting themselves ready for that second time around in the conference, and a big matchup with Campbellsport, as you said, and still thinking that they can be in the hunt. And then, Laconia, tough loss tonight. Really a decided game early, and I think, again, one of those things where maybe you can benefit more from a loss than you can a victory, and they're going to realize here that they played a good team in Waupun tonight with a lot of weapons, and Coach King's teams always play hard, but I think they're going to realize they really have to bring it every night if they're going to make a run here, down the stretch. And I do really believe that it's an opportunity for them to go and reflect and learn from this loss and try and improve themselves as the season goes on.
We'll take a look at scoring in the ball game. First of all, for the Waupun Warriors, they were led by Marcus Damask with 16 points, 15 points for Owen Tooney, 8 points apiece for Trevor Van de Zandt, for Brendan Mock, and also for Reese Holman. 5 points for Colin Wattoon, 2 points apiece for Drew Bailing and for Jaden Colleen. For the Laconia Spartans, they were led by Drew Gunnick. He had 16 points in the game, 7 points for Carter Grieve, 6 points apiece for Keegan Grotti, and also Jalen Mahone. There's a guy averaging 17.5 points a game coming up with 6 points, and Waupun's length really frustrated him. I think it looks like his game is getting the ball inside, and I saw at least 3 shots blocked of his in the limited time we got to watch the ball game.
Yeah, and I think, all of Laconia's leading, scorers, top scorers were held under their average tonight. Gunnick was close to his, but, all of them were really held down tonight, and pretty good defense by the Warriors. And then, again, not the best game by Laconia. They just maybe didn't quite have that fire and energy that they needed, and, again, an opportunity for them to come out and try and improve on that.
Well, Randy, we're back in. The team is back together again to call hopefully a lot more games for the rest of the season. A lot of teams in the area the way it looks, are going to go deep in the playoffs, including this Laconia team. And Waupun definitely has the ability to go a little deep in the basketball season. But it's good to have you back. Waupun with an impressive, decisive 67-42 victory to get back in the winning side after losing the last couple of games. And you and I will be back in action Thursday night on FM 103.3 and AM1170radio.com to bring you a conference game, a key one for Waupun. Campbellsport and them are both tied at 4-2 on the season in conference play, and Campbellsport beat us the last time over there. So there'll be a little more added to that one, a little more drama to that game on Thursday night. Should be a good one.
Yeah, I can't remember the final score of that game, but Waupun made a late run there, but
Yeah.
Campbellsport just continued to make shots and keep that separation. So, it's got to be a confidence builder for them, too, knowing that they can beat teams like Waupun, a defending state champion, and again, for Waupun, nobody's sneaking up on them now. You know, the Campbellsports are not going to sneak in there and get one. They're going to be ready for that one. So should be a great matchup Thursday night.
Well, listen for that one coming up Thursday night, 6:45 pregame and 7:15 game time. But game here tonight, a lot more decisive than Randy and I thought it was going to be. Waupun knocking off Laconia, giving their first loss of the season, 67-42. Hope you enjoyed at least our partial broadcast. We had video for most of the time. Just we didn't jump into about 5 minutes left in the first half. But the professionals that we are, we just hit it right back in stride and got back on the air. So again, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll talk to you again Thursday night here at Waupun High School, and they take on Campbellsport. You can hear that on FM 103.3. This has been Waupun Warrior and Laconia Spartan basketball on RadioPlusInfo.com. Info.com.